Ever look up at the night sky and wonder, like, where all that stuff came from?
Hmm.
Not just the stars and planets, but like the actual atoms,
Yeah.
the stuff that makes up you and me and like this microphone and everything.
Right.
Well, today we're going deep on that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we're diving into this excerpt called Cosmic Alchemy.
Okay.
It's all about how the universe made its first elements.
Wow.
So we're going to trace this whole journey from the Big Bang
Right.
all the way to like ending up in us.
That's incredible.
So to start the Big Bang,
Okay.
I always picture it like this giant explosion.
I know, right.
But was it really like that?
Well, not really an explosion in space.
Oh.
More like an expansion of space itself.
Oh, okay.
You got to imagine like everything squeezed into this point.
Wow.
Smaller than an atom.
Oh, wow.
So hot and dense, and then suddenly it just starts expanding
Wow.
like crazy fast.
So all the energy and matter, like in the entire universe, was packed into this tiny little point.
Exactly.
And then in just the first 3 minutes,
it's crazy.
the universe cooled enough
Yeah.
for those like protons and neutrons to combine,
Yeah.
and that made the first elements.
Yeah. Hydrogen, helium, and just a tiny bit of lithium.
So like the universe's starter kit.
Exactly.
3 minutes.
I know, right?
That's faster than like ordering takeout.
It's wild.
Yeah.
And those three elements
Yeah.
still make up like 99% of the visible universe.
Wow. For something made so fast.
I know, it's incredible.
Okay, so we've got these basic elements,
Uh-huh.
but how do we get to like the heavier stuff?
Right?
Like the stuff that makes up planets and,
yeah.
life and all that.
That's where stars come in.
Right, star.
They're like giant element factories.
Yeah, but how does that actually work?
We'll picture a star's core.
Okay.
It's like this massive pressure cooker.
Oh, wow.
The gravity's so strong there,
Yeah.
it forces all these hydrogen atoms together.
Mm.
And under all that heat and pressure,
Yeah.
they fuse.
Oh,
Because
cool.
nuclear fusion.
Right.
And that makes helium.
Okay.
And it releases just tons of energy.
So that's what makes stars shine.
Exactly.
It's like a giant fusion reactor
So you got
on a cosmic scale.
mind-blowing.
Yeah. But stars don't last forever, right?
Right. They have a life cycle.
Uh-huh.
And some of the biggest ones,
Yeah.
they go out with a bang.
Oh, right. Supernovae.
Exactly. Those explosions are so bright,
Yeah.
they can outshine entire galaxies.
Yeah, they're crazy.
And they're really important to this whole story.
How so?
Well, think of them like cosmic distribution centers.
Okay.
They're so powerful, they scatter all these heavier elements
Uh-huh.
that were made in the star's core.
Like what kind of elements?
Carbon, oxygen, iron,
Oh, wow.
and they get scattered all over space.
So without supernovae,
Yeah,
we wouldn't have the stuff to make planets.
exactly. Or life.
Wow, it makes you think.
Definitely.
Like, what if the universe hadn't expanded so fast?
Oh, that's interesting.
What if those first elements hadn't stabilized?
Oh, that's a good question.
Could we even exist?
I mean, the laws of physics would be totally different.
Wow.
Who knows? We might still be in that primordial soup. Just subatomic particles.
No atoms, no stars, no us.
Right.
Okay, let's not dwell on that.
Good idea.
But we've talked about the light elements.
Yeah.
What about the heavy ones?
Right.
Like gold, platinum?
Good point.
Those aren't made in regular stars.
No, you need something way more extreme.
Like what?
Neutron stars.
Neutron star.
They're what's left after a massive star collapses.
Okay.
And all those protons and neutrons,
Yeah.
they get squeezed into a space
Wow.
like the sides of a city.
That's some serious density.
For sure.
What happens when two of them collide?
It's like a cosmic car crash.
Whoa.
They get this huge burst of energy,
Huh.
briefly recreates the conditions of the Big Bang,
Uh.
and that's where you get those heavy metals.
Like gold.
Yeah, gold, platinum.
So the gold in my ring
Exactly.
came from one of these collisions.
Pretty much, yeah. It's traveled billions of years
Wow.
to get to your finger.
Makes you appreciate it more.
Definitely. Makes you think about all the stuff we take for granted.
Yeah, for sure. So we've gone from the Big Bang,
Uh-huh.
making those basic building blocks,
Yep.
to stars making lighter elements,
Right.
and then neutron stars colliding to make the heavy ones.
It's a pretty wild story.
Yeah, but how does this all fit into the bigger picture?
Right. That's a great question.
Like the universe's evolution.
Well, that's what we'll be getting into in part 2.
Sounds good. I can't wait.
Me neither. It's fascinating stuff.
Welcome back to our deep dive into cosmic alchemy.
Yeah.
Before the break, we went from the Big Bang
Right.
to those crazy neutron star collisions.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lot to process.
I know, right?
But where does it all lead?
Well, what's really cool is how these processes They're
Yeah.
all interconnected.
Okay.
It's not just like a straight line.
Uh-huh.
It's more like a cycle
The cycle.
of creation and destruction
Mhm.
playing out over like billions of years.
Okay, unpack that for me.
Okay, so think about those supernova explosions.
Yeah.
They don't just scatter elements. They
Mhm.
create these shock waves.
Okay.
And they compress nearby gas and dust clouds.
So like a star dies,
Uh-huh.
and that can kickstart the birth of new stars?
Exactly. Those clouds get denser,
Mm.
and they collapse under their own gravity.
Wow.
And then you get new stars and planets.
It's like the universe recycling itself.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, using the old stars
Yeah.
to make the next generation.
It's amazing to think about.
Yeah. So every star we see out there
Right.
could have come from countless cycles.
It really puts things in perspective.
Definitely makes you feel small.
Yeah. But it also connects us to
Mhm.
this like huge cosmic story
Mhm.
that's been unfolding for billions of years.
Mhm. We're not just watching it happen.
Yeah.
We're a part of it.
Exactly. And it's not just stars either.
What do you mean?
This cycle happens with whole galaxies.
Oh, wow.
They're huge,
Collections of stars and gas and dust.
Yeah, and they evolve and interact.
Mm.
They even merge sometimes.
So it's all connecting
It really is this huge web of activity.
with elements getting created,
Yeah.
dispersed,
Uh-huh.
used to make new stuff.
Stars, galaxies, the whole thing.
But will this go on forever?
That's a tough question.
Yeah. What do scientists think?
Well, eventually star formation will slow down.
How come?
The universe is expanding,
Right.
and things are getting more spread out.
So like less fuel for the star factories?
Basically, yeah. And then the existing stars,
Uh-huh.
they'll eventually burn out.
Oh, wow. So the universe goes dark.
It's a long way off.
Yeah.
Like trillions of years.
But still, it's kind of unsettling.
Yeah. Definitely makes you appreciate what we have.
Right now, the universe is like
Yeah.
vibrant and alive.
And full of amazing stuff.
Yeah, the source material asks,
Yeah.
what if the universe went through hell to make your atoms?
Right.
Like maybe it's time we gave back.
Wow. That's a heavy thought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how does knowing the stuff affect how we should live?
It's not about one answer, you know.
Yeah.
It's about like shifting our perspective.
Yeah.
Seeing that we're part of something so much bigger.
But what does that look like in our lives?
It can be simple things.
Like what?
Just looking up at the night sky, appreciating the universe,
Yeah.
or making choices that reflect our connection to it all.
You mean like how we use resources?
Exactly, like being mindful of where our food comes from,
Uh-huh.
how we get our energy,
Yeah.
even the products we buy.
So we're honoring the journey those atoms took.
Right, recognizing that everything is precious.
We are the universe experiencing itself.
Exactly, we're not separate from nature,
We're part of it.
and that changes everything.
Wow. This has been eye-opening.
Yeah, for sure.
We've covered so much ground.
From the Big Bang to the future of the universe.
But before we wrap up,
Yeah.
what fascinates you most about this?
That's a good question.
Yeah, what keeps you coming back to these questions?
Well, for me, it's knowing that there's always more to discover.
Yeah, like we're just scratching the surface.
Exactly. Every new discovery opens up new possibilities.
And new mysteries.
Right. And that's what makes it so exciting.
It's definitely contagious.
I'm glad to hear that. This deep dive,
Yeah.
it's left me feeling a sense of awe
Me too.
and a new appreciation for our world.
Yeah, it's a reminder that we're part of something incredible.
It really is. The universe is full of wonders.
And it's still unfolding.
Exactly. There's so much more to learn.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
It's been quite a journey.
Yeah, we've explored the universe's whole history.
From the Big Bang,
To stars, to neutron stars.
all these incredible events.
But what does it all mean for us here on Earth?
That's the question, isn't it?
It's hard to wrap your head around.
I know, right?
We're made of stardust.
Literally.
The atoms in our bodies were once part of stars.
That's mind-blowing.
The source material says
Yeah.
every breath we take is a gift from the stars.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It sounds poetic, but what does it really mean?
Well, think about the oxygen we breathe.
Okay.
It wasn't just always here.
Right.
It had to be made
In stars.
exactly through nuclear fusion,
And then,
released into
is that what
space.
supernovae?
Yep. And eventually it became part of our atmosphere.
So every time we inhale,
Yeah.
we're breathing in atoms from those stars.
We carry a piece of the universe inside us.
It's like we're connected to the whole thing.
We are connected.
It's not just a metaphor.
No, it's the truth.
We really are stardust.
And that should change how we see ourselves.
But how do we make this knowledge actionable?
That's the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, how do we live differently knowing this?
It starts with recognizing we're part of nature.
Not separate from it.
Right. The same elements that make up stars.
Make up us?
It's about understanding that interconnectedness
Of everything.
from the tiniest atom to the biggest galaxy.
So how do we actually live that out?
It can be small things.
Like what?
Making conscious choices about resources.
Oh, hey.
Understanding where our food comes from. How we get our energy.
Yeah, being sustainable.
Exactly. Honoring the journey those atoms took.
Wow, this has been a lot to take in.
It really has.
We've gone from the big picture to the very personal realization of stardust.
It's a powerful thought.
The universe is vast.
And ancient.
But this knowledge brings us back to right now.
To this moment.
To appreciating life on Earth.
And our place in the grand scheme of things.
I think that's a great place to end.
I agree.
We are part of something incredible.
Something much bigger than ourselves.
Knowing where we came from.
It changes everything.
How will you choose to live your life?
That's a question for all of us.
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
Keep looking up and keep exploring it.